Man, that is so freaking good. Like, I'm gonna eat all of this. This is gonna be my entire meal. You definitely need to try this. It's super good. Hey everyone, Dave here, back in the kitchen, and today we're making something I'm super excited about. And I'm gonna say it wrong, but it's Keto Gobi Manchurian, I think is how you say it. But this is something I always order if I go to an Indian restaurant. It is an appetizer, and it's made of cauliflower. Now here's the problem. Usually it's breaded and deep fried. It ends up tasting just like chicken, right? But we're not gonna bread it because, well, we're not gonna bread it the same way at least, because we're gonna do it keto. Now mind you, I have no idea if this is gonna come out good or not, but we're gonna try it. It says we need to, wait, what do we need to do? We need to take the cauliflower thingy and chop it up into small florets, which I've never done before. But you know what? There's always a first time for everything, and I'm sure I'm gonna be great at it. I'm gonna cut off the stem thingy. Now I will say, I have noticed the smell of cauliflower is generally pretty farty. Look, can I just tear it apart? There, that looks like a little floret. That's cute. It's like a little pasty white piece of broccoli. It's cute. All right, so we're just basically gonna get all those florets. I mean, maybe I need to use a knife. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just, they kind of remind me of mushrooms too. But anyways, this thing is so delicious when you get it at the restaurant. I don't know if our version is gonna be as good because we're keto-fying it, but it could be. And if it is, I'll be super excited because I love it. I mean, look, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Break it up into pieces here, and there you go. We got some cauliflower florets. Beautiful. That looks pretty good. We now wanna preheat our oven to 325. 325 doesn't make sense. It's actually 425, not 325. We're gonna put our broccoli, or well, cauliflower, it's not broccoli, onto a cookie sheet and toss some olive oil on it. You can use avocado oil too, whichever you prefer. Use a little olive oil, and then some salt and pepper. Here's my salt. Because, you know, the force be with you and all that stuff. I guess I'm gonna have to go manual for the pepper because my battery's dead on my other pepper shaker. Also says to take garlic powder, a little bit of garlic powder. It probably has measurements and I'm just being a baddie and not using them. I don't think it really matters. Garlic powder, evenly dispersed on them, and then a little paprika or paprika as well, and that's gonna add color. I will say, generally speaking, Gobi Manchurian or whatever is always very red. So now I'm just gonna use my hands and get the oil and the spices all evenly spread out onto the dish here, onto the food items. Hopefully this comes out amazing. Look, this still has some green stuff on it. Take that off. All right, cool. It's all over my hands now. Let me go wash my hands. We're gonna roast these for 25 minutes. My hands are dry. And then flip them halfway through. Okay, so I asked ChatGPT for a fun fact about this dish. That's kind of fun, right? Like they do on the cooking channels. But then the fun fact it gave me was that Gobi Manchurian is not a traditional or authentic Indian dish. So I'm guessing that means it's more like the Americanized Chinese food, General Tso's chicken and stuff. Because I've been to mainland China, I've been to Beijing multiple times, and they don't have any General Tso's chicken. They do have Kung Pao chicken, but that's usually in touristy areas. Actually, it says it was created by Chinese immigrants in India, blending Chinese cooking techniques with Indian cooking techniques. It's Indo-Chinese fusion cuisine. Look at that, we're learning. We need 2 cloves of minced garlic. You can use a knife or a garlic press. I don't have a garlic press right now. I should buy one. I used to have one, but I think it got lost. I mean, maybe I could find it if I looked really hard, but you know what I could do too? I could go to daveskitchenmarket.com, which is my website, and I could buy one. You guys should check out daveskitchenmarket.com. Ow. Because it's the best website in the universe, allegedly, according to me. So get over there, have some fun, check out all the cool stuff there, the chat group, share pictures of the recipes you cook, all that sort of fun stuff. daveskitchenmarket.com. All right, chopping up some garlic incorrectly, as always. We need 2 cloves of it. We need a 1/2 inch of ginger. This is ginger. 1/2 inch is what, like right there at the most? Yeah, that's more like a full inch probably a little less. That looks good. And I'm gonna peel it with my little peeler thingy, sent to me by a friend of the show, Brian. I don't know if Brian still watches, but he did send me this thing. It's pretty handy, I like it. And then I think we need to use this. This is really more of a zester, right? We're supposed to grate it. I think I'm gonna get a grater. There we go, I got a grater. And just grate up the ginger. Without cutting your fingers, Dave. Without cutting your fingers. Ooh, this is gonna get challenging. I should have just done more. It would have made it easier to grate it. But they measure it by the inches. They said the 1/2 inch of ginger. Kind of hard. Here we go. We're almost done. All right, for the safety of my fingers, I'm stopping there. That should be enough. So there's our ginger. We are gonna want a little bit of chopped green onions, about 2 tablespoons worth, so not much. And I think that's more of a garnish than anything else, but I'll just chop a little bit of that up for later. Good to have it on standby. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside. And don't forget our cauliflower is still baking. We're gonna head over to the stovetop and make the sauce. All right guys, so our cauliflower is almost done. Now we have to make the sauce. I'm throwing some olive oil into a pan. Technically it should be 1 tablespoon of olive oil, but I didn't measure it because I'm bad like that. And then we're gonna add garlic, the garlic we chopped up earlier. We're also gonna add the ginger we chopped up earlier. I guess turning the heat on would be helpful. And we're just gonna heat that up until it's fragrant. This might be too big of a pan, we'll see. All right, so this is finally heated up a little and we're simmering it. It's supposed to be like 30 seconds till it's fragrant. I'm gonna go for a few more seconds. Smells really good though. Really delicious. Now, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I just used the Walmart brand. It's smelling pretty fragrant. I think we can get moving with this process now. So let's go ahead and add the soy. Oh, it smells so good in here. 1 and 2. Then we're gonna add the tomato paste, which is just 1 tablespoon of that. I'm gonna use my fingers to get it out. There we go. Now my fingers have tomato paste on them. We then wanna do a tablespoon of rice vinegar into it. I don't wanna like overcook this. I don't know if I will. Maybe I should turn my heat down. I'm gonna turn my heat down a little bit. I'm gonna mix this up. So I did a tablespoon of rice vinegar, trying to keep it keto, you know? I'm sure there's a lot of less healthy things we could add to make it even crazier. We then want a teaspoon of erythritol or another keto sweetener. So I'm just gonna do a half teaspoon twice in there. We bought this chili garlic sauce. It's called sambal olek, and we need 1 teaspoon of that. I ordered this from Amazon in a 2-pack and one of them exploded. Luckily this one didn't, but I had to like clean it all up. It was nasty and super like stinky and smelly. And then we wanna add a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan powder. That's the thickener. And then we're gonna mix it up. And I don't know what the heat should be at, honestly. Try to turn this into a sauce, if we can. You can hear my dishwasher running, sorry. I just noticed it. I have a pretty easy time like zoning that sort of thing out. So I want this to thicken up a bit. Stir it all together. Oh, I was supposed to simmer it for 1 to 2 minutes before adding the xanthan gum, so I kind of screwed that up. That's all right. We'll just simmer it with the xanthan powder and hopefully that is okay. Well, I will say this is incredibly easy, so if this tastes good, then it's gonna be a go-to keto recipe here. Because I do love me some Gobi Manchurian. It smells good, it smells like the real thing. Let's get a little thicker, a little bit longer here. Oh, I should probably take my cauliflower out before I burn it. Forgot about that. Oh, it's all right. Here's what it looks like. It's got all those spices on it, but it looks pretty good. Let's set it over here. All right, so that's thickened up a bit. Obviously, I've used far too big of a pot. I'm now gonna add the cauliflower into the sauce. And then I'm gonna try to coat the cauliflower in our Gobi Manchurian sauce. I know I'm saying it so wrong. I should try to Google it, how you're supposed to say it. It makes sense that it's like Chinese and Indian, because it's like General Tso's Gobi Manchurian. Like it sounds like a Chinese dish. All right, so it looks like it's pretty well coated. I like the way you look. Let's put it in a bowl and we're gonna try it. Does it even make sense to get a bowl? Let's just try it. It looks and smells amazing. So I'm just gonna get a little bit. Oh man, it's smoking hot, look at that. And try it out. Oh, that's really good. That's really, really good. It does actually taste like Gobi Manchurian. It's even a little crispy with how we baked it. I like that. Oh, it's so hot though. I did forget. You're supposed to add the green onions, like so. I did forget about that. And you're supposed to add some sesame seeds. We'll sprinkle on a little sesame seed action too. Man, that is so freaking good. Like, I'm gonna eat all of this. This is gonna be my entire meal. You definitely need to try this. It's super good. It's not too spicy, it's just right, and you're gonna love it. If you do cook it, take a picture, put it over on Dave's Kitchen Market in our chat groups. I'd love to see it. And yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Bye-bye.